Hey, what's up? I have the handheld today. I don't know why, but I just kind of felt like it. Truthfully, today I just wanted to ramble on a little bit. You saw the title. I wanted to talk about stuff that you should be aware of going into nationals this weekend. I'm just trying to make sure that you don't sit down in round 1 or 2 and then you suddenly just say, I don't know how to play against this. The first 2 decks that I wanted to talk about is solely because of Jared Lopez. Ended up getting second at Nats last year and in Worlds, got into Worlds, so I think he knows a little bit of something here and there. The first one is Reboot Cell. And the reason why I bring him up is because it just sort of makes sense in this format of what Reboot Cell wants to do. It just really comes down to how you want to build it. So in my opinion, Reboot Cell should be considered sort of like in that same realm of Green Gotenks, but I think Reboot Cell does exactly what he wants to do, or should be able to do exactly what he wants to do, which is draw cards, play cheap threats, play Fatal Rivals over and over again, and then survive until turn 5 through Big More, and as well as a couple other tools like Dormant Potential and things like that, where basically you just have to play the 7-drop cell and then wipe their hand and then go for game. The reason why you won't see this too often is because that green on a power level in itself is just lower than the other colors like blue and red, and that's kind of what applies to all the decks I'm talking about. Next one is Androidd 16, again a Jared Lopez special where I think the same boost that 16 got or the same boost that Gamma got, and I think Gamma got a few more in set 19 than Androidd 16, and that's the sole reason, especially since Gamma went ahead and won the European finals. People are probably going to be playing Gamma over 16, and 16 does require a little bit of piloting to make it good, and not to mention that it does lean on the Majin Buu unison, which I just mentioned that, like, hey, there's a lot of unison hate and a lot of stuff that gets rid of unisons, so there you go. Next up is Yellow Turles, which is a shout out to Hayden pre-Gen Con. You know, he was really about Yellow Turles and he was really onto something, because obviously I think it won it or got second, I don't remember, but it is still a pretty good deck. The only issue is because of Black Smoke, and that yellow is just kind of frowned upon, which is a little bit weird going into this new nationals, this 2022 nationals. Finally, yellow is sort of just not in the forefront of just being broken, right? It's sort of kind of like the rogue color right now, where people are kind of afraid to play yellow, even though they have a lot of barrier threats, they have a lot of cool control options, and Turles really leans onto having good empower unisons, obviously, like through Gohan, and just having just threats like their leader can get double strike at any point with like 40,000 goddamn power through the battle step. It's just really annoying, and those are the type of things that make it a good rogue deck. Again, you won't really see it played as much because of Black Smoke. That is just like a direct counter to the opening unison on turn 3, or yeah, probably with turn 3 you have to immediately get rid of it as Turles, and if they side into Black Smoke and you have no answer for it, because there is no answer for it, you just kind of have to eat the L. I guess the moral of that one is just side in Black Smoke. There you go. Now the third deck is my last One Piece video, so obviously you guys are here for the Dragon Ball, but I don't only do Dragon Ball. Obviously it's been known for that for a while. If you haven't already, definitely go ahead and check out the Zoro beginner's guide. If you just help out, please just go click on the video, watch it for a little bit. That's all I ask. Help your boy out if you want this channel to actually survive. No, really, the third deck I think personally is probably Magenta. I talked about it in the tier list. These are all decks that I'm trying to say that we haven't talked about it, me and Chris, in that video. But Magenta, after some testing against it and testing as it, I still think it's ass, but I think it's something to definitely watch out for. I think it is actually a viable thing for hand destruction, and something that I think at least, you know, the 1 or 2 Magenta players that you might run into is going to be playing at Nats, and you're just going to have Deborah in the side again, maybe 2 or 3 of them. If you don't have some options on your side, I think Deborah is a good one. Obviously, you need some counterplays that go against the Gamma players that are going to be playing Topo all the time, and that's not really Topo. It's going to be bottom deck, so you don't really need Deborah for that one. But still, even though, gotta watch out for the Magenta. They play out threats for pretty cheap, and they make you discard pretty much every single turn, and that gets really annoying. I don't think it has viability legs to get to the finals simply because I think they just die by turn 3 or 4 without very many options to deal with it. But it plays rainbow colors with the right deck builder, the right pilot. They can tech in some really good options. Hand destruction is something that is still not answered, and people who don't have hand destruction hate in their sideboard or their main board, then at that time they're gonna be taking that L and crying. Now finally is the last deck, and it's Vegex, baby. Yeah, you already knew it was gonna be Vegex. No, it's not really, but really black decks. I mean, I think there is a little bit of attempts here and there for people to try black decks again, whether it's Black Gogeta, Vegex, or Black Trunks. I don't think Dark Broly is really going to be played, but really it just comes down to playing really any of these cards on the screen right now. My favorite is going to be Cumber. Cumber is one of the, it's kind of a nutty SCR when I really think about it. And I think it is going to be really good in the future, and it would be really good right now if red and blue weren't as good. Like if we were in a yellow format, it would be like, oh, black still has something good. Like if we were still in like pre-errata Dark Broly format, I think that SCR would be like, why would we print that? It's like the Gogeta 8. It's like, you know, it's like the new Gogeta SR that you can't really interact with. So I think the issue with black right now is that there aren't really good leaders that are on the same power level as Red Sin, Gogeta, Blue Gohan, Gamma, all those type of leaders. They have really struggled with just energy consumption, just using energy and actions per turn every turn. The best one who does it is Vegex. Like you can get a lot of threats out and get a lot of actions per turn doing that. But like every other black leader, when you really think about it, has to use every single ounce of their energy, and if they don't, then they're gonna have to use their defensive threats, but they don't really have. So it just kind of like it's like a vicious cycle. And then by the time you're really in a good spot, you're probably already dead because Red Sin already sent their 8-drop at you, or Gogeta already played their Union Fusion, or Blue Gohan dumped his entire hand on turn 2. You know, there's a lot of different things that you know, black leaders just don't have. But I will say that because the black leaders can use Shin and use Power Burst in tandem with Shin to loop it back and forth, that is something to consider and to watch out for, because you're just going to get locked out a little bit, and the black players could just be operating on 3 energy the entire time. I think I'm done rambling. This video is probably not the best video I made, but I had fun just talking. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Definitely check out that One Piece video that I talked about before. Again, just help me let the channel survive in a different way, because I don't want to play Dragon Ball all my life. I hate to break that to you. I'll see you in the next one.